Last time on Good Neighbors. Dr. Garcia contacts our heroes to convene downtown, where he believes there to be a creature on the loose. The Good Neighbors relay what they know, that the creature is potentially a weregator, and that silver may be effective. June places an order, and while Cascius spooks away some civilians, the weregator makes its move.
And as you loop around, you're keenly aware of problems going on, and what you see isn't quite what June had saw. You're still not quite in the state and ready necessary for it, the state of mind. So you see what looks like a long, really muscly alligator, and they also look like big and thick, but looks like it has like beef to it, like to its arms, and they look a little bit longer and a bit more what's the word? Prehensile in their hands. And they as they loop around one of the building and look upon you, they let loose this low rumble that gators do. And they raise their head up higher than a gator should, as it looks somewhere between gator and man in your perception right now. And it reasonably will go try to attack you next.
Come at me, you lobster of a warm place.
Okay, I think, yeah.
I think that's my turn, probably.
Yeah, that's all of it. Flint, you took a reaction. I don't think you actually took a regular action, so if there's something you wanted to do now, go for it.
I'm gonna try to get out from under the car.
Act under pressure.
Okay, act under pressure? I'm good at that. I do sharp instead of cool.
It's interesting that books tell you how to unflip a car.
Yeah, exactly. Books told me how to unflip a car if I need to. Good thing that is sharp and not cool. That is an 8 total.
Okay, the Keeper's going to give you a worst outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. As you are scrambling to get yourselves out from under the car, part of the floor of the car has lifted up, and I think there was an auto jack in there that could help you lift it, but it will take a little bit longer. But if you do so, I'm going to give you a hard choice here. You could either slip yourself out now and be relatively safe and able to fight the creature on your own, or you could take a little bit of harm from the monster as it capitalizes on this opportunity and get you and Beck out using the auto jack.
Will I be the only one that takes a little bit of harm from this monster getting me and Beck out, or
if you get both of you out, you take a little bit of harm, or you take no harm getting out yourself?
I'm asking, is getting both of us out going to cause Beck harm also, or just me harm?
No. So okay. Beck won't be hurt in the process.
Okay, then I'm going to go with the option that gets us both out and hurts me.
For sure. You take the time to start cranking the jack that starts lifting up the side of the car, so you guys don't have to use your muscles or use magic or something to force your way out. But in the time that it takes you to do it, you have been letting this small jagged piece of the car sit in you for a little bit too long, and so it actually starts to cut into you a little bit, and you take a harm as the release of the thing and a sudden jump from the jack cuts into your back a little bit. You take a harm. And on the side, I think Chalamet is taking shots at the monster with moderately loud booms, but it is raining out, so I think to a degree the sound is a little bit muffled. And Lewis is running. He is trying to escape as best he can. He's not here to fight anything.
Oh man, what do I even do? I guess I'm gonna try and heal myself one harm. It seems a little cowardly, but I'm pretty fucked up.
True, yeah.
Please self-preserve, please.
Yeah. So I'm a self-preserve. I'm gonna use magic to heal one harm.
I bet it.
Oh, yeah, that's what rolling good is like. That's 9 plus 2, so that's an 11.
Alrighty, yeah, you heal one harm. We see You like lying on the floor, tire like rolls off of your body. You can finally sit up and apply some magic to your wounds.
Yeah, I just like scoop up a bunch of my own blood and drink it and chant, Hugla me kwak javam!
Hell yeah. And you can see that some of your bruising starts to color correctly on your body. And you heal a harm, yeah. Cool. Beck, what are you doing?
So we're out from the car.
You are out of the car?
That, when the interlude, when Beck was sparring with 2 nunchucks, did she keep that second pair, or was that just for, like, the training scene? Okay. I think Beck is gonna try to... Beck is first gonna take, a big puff of Lewis's inhaler to get her, like, adrenaline going so she can see the monster better.
Sure. Yeah, I think he probably dropped it on the ground at some point.
Yeah,
I'm rubbing off on you, I love it. Do drugs, cast magic.
And then I think he's gonna try to double chuck it.
Okay. You take a puff of the inhaler, and you can feel the adrenaline start pumping through your body, and the energy start collecting, and you can now turn and face the monster proper. This creature is still largely quadrupedal. Like it hangs lower to the ground. It has almost like ape-like hands, where they hang in like fists as they step on the ground, and they use it to walk mostly, like to help it ambulate, but it's not all 4 legs working in tandem. It could stand on hind legs if it needed to, and it looks like this. No other way to describe it, like a ripped lizard man with an alligator head and a long ass tail, and the sort of that ridged underbelly that you get on alligators.
Mm-hmm.
And its teeth look like it could crush your skull, no problem.
Oh, this sucks. Okay. Nice. Okay, I got a 12.
12. Okay, great.
So,
out of curiosity, what is the range on your nunchucks? Is it intimate or hand? Or close?
hand.
Hand. Okay. Cool. And choose an extra effect. You gain the advantage, take +1 forward. You inflict terrible harm, you suffer less harm, you force them where you want them.
Beck is going to inflict terrible harm. Beck is gonna start twirling the nunchucks and take like a charge at it, and probably try to like jump off of the car a little bit to get like a better angle at it, and then whack it.
All right.
And yeah, it's gonna inflict terrible harm. And the necklace that she got
Will
from...
reduce the harm from you, yeah.
Yeah. I think it like vibrates a little bit, and there's this sort of like vibration that courses throughout her body that kind of like helps her intuit exactly how to best go into a defensive position and like avoid the gator.
For sure. As you crash your twin nunchucks down upon the gator's head for how many harm? Was it 3, I believe?
Yeah.
Yeah, for 3 harm, its head like slams down in a vaguely cartoonish fashion as its thick hide starts to like cave in a little bit, and you get that innate intuitive sense to like do a backward roll as it kind of has to reset its body every time it makes a lunge. If you were closer, if you were in like a closer range, it would have used its teeth, but you were just far enough that it decided the better range was its hands. It does catch you a little bit on the back as you roll along, and these are still deep, sharp claws. So reducing 1 of the harm, it is still 2 harm.
Jesus.
Yeah, this thing is strong and deadly.
Things do not bode well for Cascius.
Beck is unstable.
Alrighty. And it looks like it hurt it, but it still seems relatively okay. And Cascius, it is your turn.
How far away is it from me at this point?
A short distance. It's just like maybe 2 blocks, but it seems like with enough muscle in this thing and what you know about gators, I guess, that it would probably be really fast.
And is it still focused on me, does it look like?
It only attacked Beck as like a defensive thing.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna try to run away from the building that the dude was in and see if I can maybe draw it with me. I don't know if that would be like a protect a person or something.
Yeah, I think protect a person would be the most reasonable thing to do here.
Gotcha. So I don't think would that count for the like leading them out aspect of the let's get out of here. I don't think it would.
I don't
think it
think
would still
so.
be-
This is more of a
be tough
physical
still,
action.
right?
Yeah.
That's fair. Still a 10.
10. Okay, yeah. You suffer little harm. All impending danger is now focused on you. It already is. You inflict harm on the enemy, or you hold the enemy back.
I guess if I held the enemy back, would it be holding it back where Beck is, or would it be holding it back from every one of my friends and focusing it on me more?
If you're protecting them, it'll focus on you, and you'll hold the enemy back, so it won't attack them if they do something in their next turn, effectively. But it can still hurt you. Is the bit.
That's okay. Yeah, I'll do hold him back for now.
Okay, and you're leading them to a new area.
At least away from. I want to at least if it's coming towards me, I want it to not be coming towards the building where there's a civilian.
For sure.
So even if I don't get terribly far, I just want to lead it generally away from that aspect.
Yeah. You race away into part of the sort of materials like section of this industrial building where there's like giant spools of copper wire and a lot of planks and barrels and things. And as you dive into it, this thing like rips after you at this incredible pace. This thing is incredibly strong, incredibly fast. This is like an apex predator that in a single match between any one of you would destroy you. And it is it gets to you as you like hide between a set of barrels, and it's like snapping jaws start crunching the metal around you. And I think it catches by one of its claws on your leg, and you take 3 harm as it like takes out a sizable like gash in your calf.
Oh, it's a good thing it doesn't go through armor that I don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be as I'm hiding and cowering between the copper wires. I'm just gonna be like, I have made a terrible mistake.
Yeah, for what it's worth, you're incredibly heroic right now. This is maybe the most heroic you've ever been. And the rest of you can kind of see this happening, for sure. And I think that brings us around to Flint.
Alright, so I see it cornering Cascius, and I've heard you multiple times say that this thing can kick all of our asses, so now me as a player, I feel personally challenged. I also realized I said I was going through my bag when I was in the car, and I never bothered to get that, so for all intents and purposes, Flint is unarmed right now.
Sure.
So my only option is to run after it and try to grab it barehanded from behind.
Is that really your only option?
It's the only thing I can think of right now. So I think that's a kick some ass roll.
Sure. And you're just trying to restrain it, yeah?
I'm trying to stop it from literally eating Cascius.
That might be a better protect someone if that's your actual goal.
Okay, yeah, protect someone.
Sure.
Which is still +1. I rolled a 9, so that's a 10. And
all right.
I want to grab it from behind. How heavy is this thing?
Super heavy. Like it's got a regular ass alligator weighs a couple, I think 100 pounds, and this is definitely more than that.
All right, so bending over backwards and German suplexing might be out of the question.
A little bit, but you might be able to like hook its mouth onto like an object nearby and get it stuck. It might be a reasonable thing to try.
All right, yeah. Oh, there's that wire. So I'm grabbing it from behind and I'm gonna try to wrap the wire around its mouth.
Excellent. I did tell Soren earlier that in holding the enemy back, no one is going to be taking the harm from it for right now, as it focuses specifically on Cascius. So I think you do that, and as it tries to like divert its attention between the two of you, its claws scrape on some of the barrels nearby, and we see a little bit of oil leak out of one of them. as you wrap copper wire around its mouth, and its mouth opening is much weaker than it is closing, which I think is true. I don't know if that's like an urban legend or something.
It's true on mobsters, so it must be true on
It is.
gators.
It is actually true, and then I'm going to yell, "Cascius, run! I'll be right behind you. I have a plan." Seeing that oil leak out of that barrel.
Don't gotta tell me twice.
Hell yeah. And come back around to June. I think now Chalamet has like gotten into he's like run down, he's gotten to his car, and he's gonna come try to like pick you two up.
Cool. I am going to hobble over to Beck. That way we're not like making multiple stops to pick everyone up. And as we wait for Chalamet to pull around, I'm going to try and heal Beck one arm.
For sure.
All right, that's going to be a 6 + 2, so that's an 8. I take my like bloody hand and put it on where Beck's wound is, and I chant my incantation, and I think it's going to be a glitch. Is obvious a glitch?
Obvious is already part of a lot of magic, so the thing you're thinking is probably it draws unwanted attention.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Okay. Absolutely. As you go ahead and cast this magic, I think we see a couple of people in their apartments start like turning their lights on as we hear this sort of like loud bang, and you shouting in your incantations. And some people on the floor you're on start like peeking out their blinds. And so if you do further magic or any other wild stuff right now, the public will see it.
Hey, unwanted attention sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, should have thought that through.
Well, all of them are meant to suck.
Yeah, they're all pretty bad, aren't they?
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, magic is very risky to pull at any given moment. But yeah.
It's a Jake Gyllenhaal movie. Go back. Go back inside.
Beck, go ahead up.
Beck turns to June. Look, when we fought the Beldam, we couldn't actually kill her until we hit her with irons, so I don't think that we can actually kill this thing until we hit it with silver.
Yeah, I think you're right. We gotta get the fuck out of here till Loon shows up.
I guess, but we gotta try to, like, I think Flint's got the right idea. We gotta try to just trap it and hold it down as long as we can. But I don't know how to do it with all these watchful eyes.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay, okay. Beck is gonna try to get people to not pay attention to them.
How?
I don't know. This isn't what I was planning on doing.
What were you planning on doing?
Trapping the monster. Can I read a bad situation?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
This seems like an appropriate time.
That's a 7.
7, okay. Same questions before. What's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? Biggest threat? Most vulnerable to me? What's the best way to protect the victims?
Can I do, what's the best way to protect the victims? The victims being the people inside, but like more from a concealment perspective than like their physical well-being perspective.
Okay. The best way to do it is they are looking for an explanation for something going wrong right now. A car has flipped. There's like blood in some places. The best way to protect them is to give them an explanation that they will, like the bystander effect will come into play on. Will they be like, oh, someone else is handling it? You know, like if you're like, tell them there's a car accident, someone's on their way, we'll fix it, something like that. They are waiting to hear an explanation for what's going on, but until then they are looking for one actively, and that might be the thing that gets them to see you doing magic or something, and that needs to not happen.
I think Beck starts shouting, like, guys, there's been like a potential like car bomb threat. We're gonna call it in just a second. Stay inside.
That's way wilder than what I thought you were gonna go. Hell yeah. Go ahead and give me an manipulator person, and you can have +1 ongoing for reading the bad situation.
Can I assist?
Absolutely.
I was gonna say, could I do power of the heart?
Yeah, that seems good.
So we're at an 9, so you can get it to a 10.
I rolled a 4, so I am not helping.
Oh.
You hinder. You bring it down by 2. No. Okay, go ahead and mark experience. I think for what it's worth, the danger here is relatively minor. I think they will. There might be people that suspect, like you, who has been a criminal in the past, might have something to do with it. Is the danger you invoke there? But I don't think they're doing anything actively against you right now. I think people will go back inside and be like, "It's late. I'll talk about it later with somebody." But otherwise, yeah, for sure, the people will go inside and ignore things until you can get it under wraps.
Okay. Oh, did Soren help out?
He does it with power of heart. It opens automatically. Doesn't need to
Oh,
roll.
so it always happens. All right, awesome. Cool.
Yeah, I was thinking I just held up the water department ID and was like, I promise. Everything will be okay.
No one can read that ID from like the window that they're looking
In the
at.
dark, in
Yeah.
the rain.
They just assume like, all right, sure.
I have a laminated card.
Like at that point, I think Beck pulls out like a Dave and Buster's like token card and is also showing it because it doesn't matter.
Sure,
It's all
sure.
about the confidence.
And yeah, the people go back inside and you are safe from their watchful eye for the time being.
Okay. But yeah, I really think that we can't actually kill it until we hit it with its weakness.
Okay. And Cascius, it is your turn. I think Garcia has pulled up to the edge of the shipyard, like the sort of fenced-in area that you guys are in, if you wanted to just hop in his car, unless you have any other plans.
I will hop. Yeah, I'm gonna try to run away and hop in the car. I think that's. I think I'll try to protect. How can I use this? I think he's.
All of you are trying to protect each other constantly. It is going really poorly.
I think what he's gonna do is when he gets in the car, he's going to just basically be like, Flint, the car's here, and hopefully that's enough to use charm to protect it. Or no, I don't think that works, but I'll use tough and shoot at it to protect him.
Sure.
So 5.
Yikes.
5.
As the two of you are kind of scrambling over each other to try and get towards a safe spot, the creature has like a moment of advantage on you, and I think is able to like take the two of you to the ground as these like oil barrels start falling over top of you, and it's kind of this like little chaotic mesh as the two of you are getting covered in this sort of black slop. And I don't think either of you take any damage, but if like something were to cause like a fire or something right now, you'd be prime targets for it.
And that's where I end my turn.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair. I did my best.
you did. Go ahead and mark experience, of course, whenever you roll a 6 or below. And Flint's, you can see the kind of the tide of how this fight is going, and it's not going your way. What do you do?
I would like to take the wire that I've already started wrapping him up with and take another lap around him. And does, what kind of car is, the doctor driving?
He drives a 1969 Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser.
Does that have a tow hitch?
Sure.
Awesome. I'm wrapping the other side of the wire around the tow hitch. And as me and Cascius get into the car, I say, drive fast.
Give me an act under pressure to pull all of this off before the creature can get you.
Gladly. That is something I am good at. Or wait, is that something I'm good at? Yes.
Yeah, I hope so.
I've read about this before.
In like a comic book?
Movie script, actually.
Of course.
That's going to be a 13 total.
13, absolutely.
12 total, I'm sorry.
Either way, 12 total. You do what you set it to do. By trapping the creature further within this like copper wire, you are able to tie it around the Dr. Garcia's car as he's basically pulled his back end up to you to just get in. He's risking the danger to his car by getting this close to you, but it is effective in that the two of you get in covered in this black sludge, and Garcia takes off. And there is a moment where the creature is getting dragged along the road by this copper wire, and it's like using its limbs to support itself and try to keep up, but it does get scraped along the belly here and there. But we can also see that the tow hitch might come off from this little excursion here. But for now, relatively safe, the two of you.
All right. When it comes back around to my turn, I'll do something else with that tow hitch.
Hell yeah. All right, June, you're up.
So the lizard is being dragged by the car?
Mm-hmm. You can only drive so fast before it tears off the back end of his car, but yeah.
I'm going to look to Beck and be like, do you want to be here or do you want to be in the car?
I'm not feeling so great. I think I should get in the car.
All right, hang on. And I'm going to try to use magic to teleport with Beck.
I don't think we agreed that you could bring other people. I don't think that's part of it.
Are you sure? What if I take a minus to the roll?
I'm okay with being outside of the car.
Yeah. I don't think so. I think we need to specify that. You might be able to increase that power later, but being able to magically teleport people is very strong.
Okay. Fuck. I'm just gonna heal myself then. Because I'm still hurt real bad. And that is a 12.
12, yeah, you do what you set out to do. You can keep restoring yourself the same way you have been, and you can reduce 1 harm.
Do I see Loon, like, coming around the corner at all?
You know they'll be here within a minute.
Within a minute? Alright, I'm gonna keep an eye out for my my pal so I can warn him when he shows up.
Sure. And, alright. And, Beck, that brings us around to you.
So Beck is fucked up, but Beck is not trying to be brave necessarily. They're just not taking care of themselves, and is very focused on the monster. Can I trap the monster if the monster is moving because it's attached to the car?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
How are you trapping them? Like, describe to me, like, what you're doing here to trap it.
I want to use magic to trap it.
Yeah.
Okay. Beck pulls out like a bubble wand and blows some bubbles out of it. I rolled I rolled a 9. And then like one bubble grows really large and kind of encases the monster and is like trapping it within like a hard crystalline orb.
Okay, go ahead and choose a glitch.
Glitch is, I feel like I always do short duration. Maybe the effect is weakened?
Okay. So its body starts floating up into the air as it's trapped in this little bubble, and I think its arms and legs can kind of scrape through it a little bit. So as it's lifted into the air, if you get to do a melee attack on it, it can still hit you back reasonably.
Okay.
But as long as you're keeping a ranged distance, you should be safe.
I wanted it also for my trap to kind of be reinforcing the fact that it is attached to the tow hitch. I don't want to like completely negate those actions.
I don't think it's a problem right now. If anything, because it is now not having friction along the ground, it's probably okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
For sure. And I think Garcia starts trying to pull into like a less populated area now that this is sort of set up, so that other people maybe don't see it when you shoot it with a bunch of guns.
Fair.
Cascius, what's up?
I don't really know what there is for him to do right now.
It can't hit back, just shoot it from far away. When we get the silver, we'll kill it with that.
I guess so.
You can still deal damage to it. Yeah. It's not like without that thing.
I just don't want to pop the bubble. I know it's
Sure.
magic, but like, I feel
The magic will last until an effect might end it. So don't worry about that.
all right. I'm just not sure Cascius would know that. I think he's gonna
That's
still
fair.
be afraid of it and be like, I don't really know what's happening, and assume that the bubble is somehow related to its power. So I think he's just anyway, which is that's a 11. He's very bad at tough, but
Hell yeah. All right, go ahead and choose an extra effect. You gain the advantage, take one forward, give one forward to another hunter. You inflict terrible harm, you suffer less harm, you force them where you want them.
Let's go with let's say inflict terrible harm. Or no, let's say
Okay.
suffer less harm, because I would like to suffer less harm if possible.
That seems good. The creature, I think, already would have had a difficult time even getting to you. The wire's pretty close to the car, like its current situation, and its arms can reach through. But I think, like as like a knee-jerk swerve, forces it to kind of swing wide. It is actually able to hit you, and you take no harm in its current situation.
Nice. It's a 2 harm handgun is what I have.
Yep. And yeah, you get it squarely in the belly with a bullet.
Nice.
Hell yeah. This is what the water department can do. And Flint. The situation seems well in hand now. Like the tide is rapidly turned in your favor. What do you do?
Doctor, can I get that watch? I'm gonna see if I can end this quicker.
He throws it to you. He like uses his knee to hold the car steering while he takes off the watch and hands it to you.
Fantastic. I wear it on my hand almost like a brass knuckle. And I ready
You
my...
gonna punch the gator?
Yep.
What did we
Have
just
at it.
establish about melee range, Flint?
Whatever we established about melee range, I really wish I learned the lesson, because that is a fantastic 3.
A 3. Go ahead and mark experience. And this is gonna suck. The bubble holds it back fairly well, but you have to get really close to be able to give it a good sock with the watch. And I think you're not expecting the sort of jail-like effect that when your hand passes through the bubble, it slows down, and immediately the creature rakes its claws against your arm, and you take 2 harm, reduced a little bit by the fact that it is trapped right now, but that's really it. And you like blood starts leaking from your hand, and I think the watch falls to the ground as you are still driving, and it's lost to you as you speed forward.
And I'm officially unstable.
Beautiful.
Oh, that was a terrible idea!
Yeah,
Is that 3 out of 4 of us now unstable?
in the early stages, it's very easy to die.
Good lord.
The doctor's like, "Oh my god, why did you do that? That was a very bad idea."
I was trying to end the fight fast.
As he whips into like a small alleyway, as the bubble of the creature is like waving up and down, and I think smacks against the side of a building. What does Loon look like?
Loon is kind of on the shorter end. They're maybe 5'5", 5'6". They have a shaved head. They're pretty strong for their size though. They're kind of a nerd, but like they're not weak by any means. And they're pretty reckless. They're one of the more reckless of June's old group.
Sure.
They got a look in their eye that says like they're here to fuck shit up.
Nice. They took a little bit longer than normal because their car started to like stall, and so they've like hopped out with this duffel bag of assorted silver weapons, and they're like sprinting towards you, and they're like huffing a little bit. They're clearly like a little tired, like they might have been running a little bit longer than they would be ideal, but they're in decently good shape. And they slide across the corner and open up the bag to reveal what they have. I got here. Where's the creature?
You got here just in time. Shit's gone to hell. You might want to get back out of here, man.
they gave you like the cool guy high five, where like you clasp hands. They like do the chest, the like fist to your back, and they nod and like got it, and then they whip out like like some Heelys or something, and they skate off.
I exit. Oh my god.
As they're leaving, I think probably Beck gets like a good look at the gang cut that Loon was wearing, and that's maybe a little uncomfortable for me to have Beck knowing that much, seeing as how Beck and I are playing a elaborate game of not telling each other our backstories.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna take the duffel bag and God, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it. Everything, like, we just need to leave. I'm gonna like teleport to a rooftop and get like, I guess, a vantage point.
For sure. Go ahead and use magic.
That is going to be a 11.
11. Then yeah, it's an instantaneous. You need an advantage point. You're there, and I think you're on top of that high-rise area where Chalamet already was, and had been like set up as like a little sniper nest.
And so the chaos that is unfolding below. Can we just go over that again? So Beck is on the ground and trapped the thing in a bubble, and
it is being dragged by
Flint
a
is in
car.
the car.
Flint and Cascius are both in the back seat of Chalamet's car. Chalamet's car is hitched via wire to the creature, which is now floating in a bubble. It is not that much of a danger right now unless you get near it.
And Flint and Cascius are covered in gasoline?
They are.
Okay. Cool. And everyone is unstable but me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not unstable. I'm still stable.
Oh,
Gotcha.
right.
I thought you were unstable.
I'm hurt real bad, but I spent 2 turns just healing myself.
Mm-hmm.
I could not take another hit, but I'm not like bleeding out. Cool. All right. I know what I'm gonna do next turn. I'm gonna end my turn from my crow's nest here.
Sure. Is the duffel bag with you?
Yeah. I think I took it with me.
Okay. Cool. All right, Beck, it is your turn.
So we got the Gator Man like into like a location, or is the car still moving?
I think the car is now pulling into a stable spot where it's like it pulled into like a wire fenced in area where there's like a bunch of like shipping supplies and things like that. They're definitely not meant to be here, but Garcia doesn't care.
Okay. I think Beck is honestly just gonna spend the turn healing themselves. Because they're just gonna wait until we get like a silver shot in, I guess.
Okay, go for it.
Nope. Rolled Snake Eyes, baby.
Snake
That's
Eyes.
Still only a 4.
What does the magic look like as you try to cast this healing spell?
I think Beck is kind of like woozy and is just sort of like loosely fumbling through their lunchbox. And you know, like every once in a while takes like a piece of junk, and they're like, "What's that? No, I don't know." And they just grab like a fruit roll up and are like struggling to like infuse magic into it. And I just don't think that it's taking. I think that like Beck's magic works best when Beck has a very strong idea of like how the component interacts with the magic, because the component is like a training wheel. And
Okay.
because they're just not creatively like in it at the moment, they can't get it to work.
For sure. The camera, I will to remind everyone that luck is always an option. And as you are sitting, the camera quickly flickers back as like a very brief but sudden flashback of the moment when you blew fire onto these matchsticks working with Chuck Hayes earlier tonight. And as you gaffed magic, casting the spell a little bit and sucked a little bit of fire into yourself, there is this very immediate burst of flame from your throat as you breathe fire for a second without meaning to. The chaos of the magic that had been sitting in you for so long, and this inability to focus releases this blaze. And I think we see that the back half of Cascius's car catches fire.
Oops.
Look, as long as it's not the me covered in oil that's catching fire, I'm cool.
Yeah, if you were closer, I was totally going to do that. I was waiting for that, but well.
Yeah, I mean, the car's still flipped over, right?
Yeah, but that means that this has potential to catch onto the engine, make the car explode, things like that, make that car bomb lie a reality.
Yikes. Very fun. But I get to mark experience, so
Yeah, go ahead, mark experience.
it works for me.
The three of you have pulled into like this sort of shipping area where there are no people. It's just like a bunch of building supplies. Not terribly unlike the one you were just in, but now you're secluded and safe relatively from the monster until the spell wears off. Cascius, it is your turn.
I think Cascius is gonna look for the silver watch, and I'm gonna use oops. I don't know if I'm gonna actually stumble on the watch itself or just some other random piece of junk, but I think he's just gonna grab something that looks shiny and hope that it's helpful in some way.
Okay. What are things normally made out of silver? Yeah, I think for simplicity's sake, let's keep it nice and chill here, and say that by random chance, the watch had gotten like stuck in the tire, and you're able to find it looking outside.
I think I'm gonna toss it back to Flint because I don't think I'm gonna risk going in there. I'll be like, if you want another try, buddy, go ahead. But I think that'll be my turn.
I have an idea.
Yeah, Chalamet goes, maybe don't.
Nope, I got an idea. And that is my turn.
And what is it?
So
What is your idea?
I'm going to untie the part of the cable that's attached to the tow hitch. So now I've got a loose chunk of cable, and I'm going to attach it to the watch, and I'm going to start swinging the watch like a freaking ball and chain and try to hit the gator with it from far away.
Okay. Have at it.
Imagine if you attached a rock to a rope and just swung it over your head as fast as you can. Eventually, whatever it hit that might, be 8 feet tall or whatever, is gonna get at least a little bit of a cut from it. So, say 9 plus 1, 10.
Okay, go ahead and choose an extra effect. You gain the advantage, you inflict temporal harm, you suffer less harm, you force them where you want them.
I'm going to suffer less harm, because all I need is for it to take 1 harm of silver, and then I can let other people unload into it.
I think it doesn't take any harm silver because it's a watch, but it does take 0 harm silver, which I think does start to like activate some part of its weird blood. And as the watch lodges itself in between 2 of its ridges, you can see that it starts like very rapidly starting to like breathe and dry heave a little bit. It is not a weapon, so I can't deal any harm, but yeah.
Yeah, I just yell as loud as I can, light it up.
That makes sense. Garcia has stepped out of his car and he is actually shooting it with his rifle, but he's not very fast at it or anything like that. All right, June, it is your turn.
I'm going to teleport directly next to Cascius and Flint with the duffel bag and motion to it. Have at it, gang.
Have at it, yeah.
That is going to be a 7, so I think I just have enough to make it.
Okay, go ahead and choose a glitch.
Is short duration a glitch? Would that be?
So it might spawn you back in the zone where you were before. I think it's.
But I would be able to drop there with the duffel bag, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I'll go back to my tower. I can still shoot fireballs at it from there.
Yeah. You poured in briefly, and as you're like handing them the gear and trying to talk to them, you can feel the coat like shudder a little bit, and it like wraps you around and sucks you back, and you unwittingly end up back in the spot you were just at, and there you are.
Cool. I don't think I can do anything else, right?
Yep. For now.
Okay. Yep. That works for me.
Beck, it's up to you.
Okay. The car's still on fire?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, cool. Feel like I should clean up my mess.
True.
Unsure how to do that. Can I do something beyond human limitations and blow a lot of air?
It's
to
very
put the
fun.
fire out?
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Give it a try.
Okay. Or the flames will get bigger if I fuck up. That's the only possible outcome. Okay, no, we're good. That's an 11.
Yeah, 11 will do it. You do some behind limitations. Yeah, with enough time and effort of blowing, you absolutely can blow out the fire for now, and you save yourself the trouble of letting it explode later.
Great.
And you seem to be okay. What does it look like when you do this?
I hope a kazoo is involved
that
somehow.
I was just thinking that, like a kazoo. Okay, well now it's destiny. Now a kazoo needs to be involved.
The synergy here is unbelievable.
Yeah, right. I think that Beck has like a mini plastic kazoo and swallows the kazoo. And the kazoo, will evaporate as a used component, like, inside them, and not, like, have them choke on it. But then when they go to, like, blow, it's this, like, loud, annoying kazoo sound that comes out of this big gust of wind.
Yeah,
like they're a human goddamn accordion.
Beautiful, and the car blows out enough that the rain will put the rest out, and it seems to be relatively safe. And the car seems to be okay. It is in terrible condition. It is not going to be serviceable for a little while, but it's not going to explode. All right, and Cascius.
Looking in the duffel, are there those silver nails from before?
There are, and there's also silver bullets for your gun and stuff like that.
I think he's nervous that shooting the gun might ignite something on him. So
Okay.
Instead, I think he's gonna grab the nails and like put 3 of them between his knuckles like he's Wolverine, and just all out charge it.
Yeah, go for it.
I
I really like that, like this perfect trap is set up. This thing is like not a danger if you stay away from it. It was like at a range, you're totally safe, and everyone's like, I'm gonna punch it.
I really am nervous about this oil, and if I roll really poorly for tough, which is
That's
possible,
not unreasonable. That's not unreasonable.
So yeah, I'm just I think he thinks maybe he can take one more hit, and that hopefully it won't fuck him up. Okay, thank God he rolled a 10.
Alrighty. Choose an extra effect.
Yeah, suffer less harm for sure.
I think you still have to get into its range, which is not great. So you put yourself in some considerable danger to get up close to it as you knuckle punch with these nails, these silver nails into its gut, and its body is like slowed in this sort of jelly, and you knew to expect that because you saw Flint do it. And you can like punch it through its like claw, like reptilian wrists to reduce some of the force it was going to have when it clawed you. And you still take 1 harm from the attack, but that's not so bad.
Now I'm unstable.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
But I did get a cool Wolverine moment, so I'm okay with it. Am I able to like back away again, or am I still in its range at the end of the...
You can back up for sure. As its hand is now stuck with nails in its like left arm starts to writhe in pain as it lets out this like low, angry, raspy growl, trying to like remove it with its hands, with its other hand, try to like pull the nails out. You can see its like body is convulsing from the attack. It looks like it's pretty close to something bad happening.
That's good to hear.
And Flint, what do you want to do?
Well, I don't have a gun. So I guess I'm going to... Oh, actually...
You want mine? You can use mine.
Yeah, Cascius, give me your gun.
I'll toss it.
All right.
And I'm gonna try to be away from him though when he uses it in case it does spark him up.
And I guess I'll fire some of those silver bullets.
Have at it. Yeah, at a range, you won't be taking any damage at all. I think you can go ahead and use Act Under Pressure for this instead if you want.
Oh, I can?
The two of you can't kick each other's asses if you're fighting at a range right now.
All right, because if it's Act Under Pressure, it becomes a 11, but if it's kick ass, it's a 9.
I feel like then you go with Act Under Pressure. The only difference is that you can't choose extra effects. But I don't think you would be able to anyways, underkick some ass.
Yeah, so I'll just Act Under Pressure. It's an 11.
Okay. How do you want to kill this creature?
Yeah.
I just want to... Flint's not the best shot in the world, so he just closes his eyes and unloads the entire clip of silver bullets while coughing up blood from his grievous wounds.
Okay. The bubble pops as an array of bullets line its your reptilian belly, and this like black blood starts leaking out of it heavily, and it lets out this terrible raspy growl as it starts to slump to the ground. It lifts its head up trying to bite you, but you're so far away and it just doesn't have the energy to move, and its head hits the ground and it just stops moving. And you're okay. You're safe.
I look around for Lewis immediately.
Lewis has run far away. He is nowhere near here. He spent every round running because, yeah.
I'm gonna go heal Flint.
Okay. I think you guys are in like a relatively safe position to collect and reconvene. There's no further danger, so we can kind of come out of initiative here.
Okay. I turn to the doctor. Can you go find Lewis? We need to...
Yeah.
And then I just pass out.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Cash is just gonna do the same.
He goes to his trunk and he pulls out like a first aid kit. It's not a lot, but it's not nothing either. And he leaves it here for you guys to use as he is gonna drive and go find Lewis.
Is there still pollen in the rain?
It's hard to tell.
Okay.
The only reason your car could tell is because it would scrape it along the windshield.
Did I like, misinterpret something earlier, or isn't there like a separate beast that just produces the pollen?
Mhm.
Or okay, yeah,
That's correct, yeah.
cool.
This definitely isn't it.
Yeah.
Selfishly, that's good because I didn't do jack shit that fight, and I'm itching to blow something up. But
Right.
yeah, I'll just start going. Like, I look at the first aid kit and I just kind of like kick it aside, and I just start going down the line, like uttering my black magic and like doing weird shit to everyone's faces and healing them till they're stable.
Okay.
I think Beck will opt for the medicine kit, just because if we have time to spare, relatively, I think the medicine kit is not like a safer bet than
It is,
having a
yeah.
glitch. Yeah. I just want to try to stabilize.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead and as long as you take enough time and use up the materials in the kit, you can stabilize, but you won't heal anything either.
Okay.
Bam. That's 13. That one was for Flint.
Yay, 3
This
harm.
one's for Cascius. That's a 10. Beck, you sure?
I'll grab my own if I opt for it.
All right, I give Beck a salute, and I look back at Flint and Cascius. I'm like, "You guys okay? Do you need a little more?"
Flint lying down face first in a pile of his own blood lifts a hand, giving a thumbs up.
Yeah, I think Cassius is just gonna sort of not register what they're saying and just go over and weep over his car.
Cascius,
I'm gonna take out a bottle of whiskey and just start drinking.
Cascius, bring it to my place. I can rebuild it. I have the technology. I can make it better, faster, stronger.
Perfect.